Good morning, children. Today we will learn a new chapter in geography, agriculture. Now, what are we going to learn in this chapter? Let's see the points. We are going to learn what is agriculture. Yes, then we will learn the types of economic activities, what is arable land, what is farm system, the types of farming, the major crops that are grown in the world, and what is agricultural development. And then we'll see the comparison of a farm in India and a farm in USA. So these are the topics that are going to be covered in this chapter, agriculture. Okay, children, what is agriculture? We will see agriculture is a practice of growing crops for human consumption and also for use in industries as raw material. Now, it is derived from two words, agri, which means land or soil, and culture, which means cultivation. So, agriculture means land cultivation or soil cultivation. Now, if you see agriculture, the definition of agriculture is the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. And agriculture is also called as farming. So it is both a science and art. How is it a science? Because if we have to grow proper crops, we must know the soil, the climate, the fertilizers that we have to use, the cropping pattern. All this is science, and the art is in the way of sowing. Then we require skilled laborers who know the art of sowing, so that is an art. So it is both a science and art. Okay, now as we have learned, culture means cultivation. With this culture we can get many more other types of culture. You can see sericulture, which is commercial rearing of silkworms. Then pisciculture is breeding of fish, and viticulture, you can see, is cultivation of grapes. And horticulture involves growing vegetables, flowers, and fruits mainly for commercial use. That means mainly to be sold in the market to earn profit. Children, we will go to the next topic and see about the economic types of economic activities. Now, people all over the world are involved in a number of economic activities. That means they do all kinds of jobs to earn money. Economic means to earn money. Now, let me give you an example here. So, there are four friends, Ria, Rosie, Rajesh, and Varun. So, what does Ria and Rosie do? They have a farm, and Rajesh has a bakery, and Varun has a truck. Okay, so Ria and Rosie, in their farms they grow crops. Rajesh has a bakery, so he makes breads by using the grains grown in the farm. And Varun, he has a truck, so he transports all the grains and even the bakery items from one place to another. Okay, so you can see, so what are their work? Ria's work is to grow and Rosie's work is to grow crop. Rajesh makes bread, has a bakery, and Varun does the transport system. So we can, according to this, now since the example is given to this, we can classify economic activities into three types: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Now, what is primary activity? Primary activity involves production and extraction of natural resources. So, which one is doing the primary activity? Ria and Rosie, because they are producing grains and growing crops, which is a primary activity using natural resources. Okay, then it is a secondary activity which involves manufacturing and processing of these natural resources. So what is Rajesh doing? He is using the grains, the natural resource, and what is he making into? Bread. Okay, then we will see the tertiary activity which involves this, which gives support to both primary and secondary activity by providing services. So what is Varun doing? He is providing service. He has a truck and transports things from one place to another. So these are the three main activities which are carried on by the people all over the world. They are primary. Primary means production and extraction of natural resources, those who are doing that. Extraction means the minerals which need to be extracted from the earth. Then secondary is processing and manufacturing of the natural resources, like making steel, making bread, weaving cloth. All these are examples of secondary activity. Now tertiary activity supports both primary and secondary by providing services like transport, trade, banking, advertising. All these are examples of economic activities. Now we'll see some examples of economic activities. You can see here. See here. So examples of primary are agriculture, lumbering means cutting of wood, fishing. All these are prime. Even extraction of steel, of iron ore from the earth is also a primary activity. Secondary activity, some examples are manufacturing bicycles, preparing bread, TV, manufacturing steel. All these involve secondary activities, and tertiary involves railways, banking, insurance, advertising, transport, trade. All these come under tertiary activity.